Hello.
Oh, so comfortable. I'm going to have a nap.
Hello,
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
We are the High Rollers.
Oh, that's what we are.
Yeah. Not the hats. No, not the Flux Buddies. We are the High Rollers.
Yeah.
Look at all of you. Wow. So we're going to be running a Q&A session. Mark may be joining us, like he may run onto the stage. He's currently finishing off his private game.
Yeah.
Here he is.
He's right there. There he is.
Sharing with me,
What
buddy.
an entrance.
We literally finished 2 minutes ago. I was like bang on the time limit.
Oh.
Nice.
Well,
That's how you DM.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you catch your
any
breath.
deaths? I will not speak of it, and any who played in it, you are sworn to silence until after tomorrow.
Oh.
The other 5 have got to play through the same adventure, and there's stuff they definitely don't want to have spoiled. So.
Okay.
And didn't you say that as well, the private games this weekend are going to affect our campaign as well?
Well, affect is a strong word. It is canonical what happens in Erois. There may be some things. There's already one thing that just happened, which is pretty good, and it's going to definitely have some stuff that affects stuff later on.
Okay.
Nice.
Excited.
Okay. So, how do we want to do this? Should we start off with a short introduction, who we are?
Yeah,
Start
sure.
this side?
Okay,
Thomas.
I am Tom Hazel in High Rollers, obviously.
You say Hagel.
Hazel.
Hagel.
If you don't know, I play the Aarakocra Bard Cleric Quill, who doesn't heal, and people have been criticizing me about that. He's got one eye, one wing. He's very cool. I love him. He's great. Rhiannon.
Hello.
You're Rhiannon.
I'm Rhiannon, apparently. Hi. Hello. I'm Rhiannon Gara. I play Sentry, Plant Mum, Paladin. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Is that Echo?
Yeah, that was
Can be, yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah. Yeah, love her. Sweet, sweet Plant Mum. She's the best.
Yeah. I'm Kim. I play Nova. What is she? A Hexblade Warlock. That's it. Love me some books. Yeah. And that is Nova in a nutshell. Crushes on Starbane. You know, probably shouldn't have a crush on the big bad, but sure. There you go. Who are you?
He's pretty hot.
Yeah, fair.
I am Lucius. I'm Lucius, and I am the best player / character ever.
No.
I think out of all the streams, this guy. Right? Right, guys?
Yeah. Sure.
Nope, that's a no in the audience.
I'm Katie. I play Ayla, who is a wild elf barbarian, and she's pretty great.
That sounded exactly like the podcast intros. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a professional, Tom
That was
Hazel.
great. Well done. All right. And Mark. You're Mark.
I am Mark, the Dungeon Master. I also play a goblin called Smeek. But I am your Dungeon Master. Very good to see everybody here. I hope everyone's having a very nice YogCon.
I was having a great YogCon.
And he's already triggered.
And then he said gabba gabba goo.
Yeah, there we go. So we're hoping that people have questions for us. Otherwise, this is going to be a very long 45 minutes.
I mean, there's a lot of people. There's got to be a lot of questions, right?
We got questions? We got questions? Yeah. So what we're going to do, though, we're going to do something a little bit different. I've got 10 questions here. So we're going to start off with one question, and then we'll go to you guys, just to get things warmed up, you know? And 10 questions. I've also got a D10. Is this D10? There we go. Roll it.
Wow, it's just like Dungeons and Dragons.
That's a 9.
A 9.
That's pretty good.
So question 9
Shoelace is undone.
is,
It's all right now.
what is your favorite monster in D&D?
This is literally the one question on your list that I was like, you know what? I really hope she doesn't ask that one because I don't have an answer.
I didn't
for
ask it. The dice.
The dice.
Asked it.
What
They
was it?
hate me.
What's your favorite
Flump.
one?
Flumph.
Why a flump?
Because it's the best one.
Why is it best?
They're lawful good in a monster manual.
Okay. And
That's it. They look great as well.
is it because they're squishy?
They're all squishy.
They're very squishy.
They're very cute.
There's lots of lawful good monsters in the Monster
Shut
Manual.
up, Mark, all right? DM knowledge.
I know mine.
Go on.
Any devils. I've really, especially since we've been doing The Descent,
Yep.
I love devils. I've read a ton of D&D books set with devils, and just the whole thing of corrupting mortals and being like, oh, would you like a little deal? Oh, just cost a soul.
Why are you looking at me?
Right, I'm looking at literally this.
Take my soul! Give it away!
And they've just got such a cool lore as well, the
Yeah.
way that the Nine of Hells work and Asmodeus and everything. They're just really fucking cool.
No flumps, though.
No fun.
Never
Hey, do you want me to come back to you?
Maybe, so whenever someone passes around the monster manual and gets you to sign next to a monster, I always sign next to a little fairy dragon because I think they're cute. So I'm going to say that's my answer. There you go.
That's fair. There we go. You guys?
Goblins, obviously.
Do you want to elaborate on that? What is it about goblins?
I don't want to elaborate. No, I don't think we should. Let's not get carried away with goblins or goblin talk. I genuinely don't know. I think any monster that Mark throws at us is a delight and will probably end up killing me.
True.
Yeah.
And humans
or
as well.
causing another body part to.
Yeah.
But in terms of the signing thing, like you were saying, I think I always sign next to like a hill giant and put glasses on him in a little stupid face.
Aww.
I don't know why. I just kind of like them. They're so little dumpy, and cute, and huge. They kill you, but they're kind of cute.
Stomp on you a little
They'll
bit.
kill you, but you'll be happy about it.
Yeah. Yay.
I'm a massive fan of like dragons. Anything dragony, I'm all over it. Or like give me the entire world of Avernus and I'll take everything that lives in there. Literally everything. Give it to me, I want it.
Wow.
Thank you. Just
Avernus. Everything in Avernus.
everything in Avernus, I want it.
So
Nice.
edgy, so dark.
They're just so cool though. They have spikes and horns and stuff.
Fair.
Tasty.
It's a little worrying.
Yeah. I like all the really weird things, like so Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes.
you did. This was when
in
you
the
did
one
horror
shot.
one shot.
So I'm literally going to talk about the Ooblex.
No,
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got a cool name, Ooblex.
Very cool.
horrible.
Send for the Ooblex! You know,
So
so
messed
that's
up.
that weird monster that eats things and then can imitate them perfectly, like a doppelganger, to lure more people for them to eat.
But it's creepy because it's like a pseudopod of
Yeah.
like this goo
It's just a
that then
big-
makes a form. It's super
Yeah,
gross.
you see their faces in it. No, I got eaten.
You like the Lost and stuff as well, didn't you? Like
Yeah, the Sorrow Sworn.
The Sorrow
So
Sworn.
the lost, the wretched, the angry. I mean, I'm an emo girl. Of course I'm gonna love it.
Your impressions are great. Oh,
Everyone knows what that is.
But yeah,
Clearly.
right. Should we go for some questions from the audience?
Yeah,
So
so
where would you
who-
like to go?
who first?
Stick up your hand if you got a question. Lovely person in orange, come on.
hey, don't be shy.
Pick anyone. Anyone.
Hi. So, just one in general. Like, why did you all start playing? Like, I know I think Trot and Mark have been playing the longest, but like, what got the rest of you into it? Why start?
I think me and Mark were such an inspiration. They couldn't help but play.
Sorry, me and Mark. Who was the one who got you playing in the first place?
I think I inspired you, but retroactively using time travel.
Oh, I see. Okay, good. Yeah.
It's not a good answer, is it?
Good enough.
I was sort of watching Critical Role a little bit and then decided, oh, hey, that might be quite fun to try. And when these guys talked about, oh, maybe we should play a game, there's this stream slot, why don't we give it a go? I just thought, why not? That'd be fun. But it kind of came from watching that and seeing the game for the first time, really.
Rihanna? I'll go first.
Yeah.
Cool. I have always been interested in it, like from a very, very young age. And I bought like the 3rd edition, I think, and had the starter set and got a group of friends together. They didn't know what was going on. I think I opened the Dungeon Master's Guide and it said, here's the first rule. There's no rules. And I closed it, put it away. Like, I'm not dealing with that. That's too much pressure. But yeah, I've always been looking for a group to play with, and then somewhere along the line, I think I just sort of fell into the games night room, and
you applied.
No, you applied.
You emailed
I applied.
us.
Yeah, I applied
Yeah.
with an email.
Yeah.
A very, very,
Very nice email.
very nice email, and then I found this group, and I've actually been playing more. Just I don't know. I want to play it more. I want to play it like 10 times a week. Is that possible? I want to play it all the time.
Maybe.
It's great.
Maybe.
So that's how I got into it.
Nice.
What about you, Ree?
Yeah.
When I was little, I played a lot of games like Neverwinter Nights and stuff growing up, and I was like, man, I wish this was real. Why is this not a thing that's real? And then I never really realized that D&D was an actual thing and people were doing it, and then since I found that out, I'd always wanted to give it a go and like play it with friends, and I didn't really have anyone to play it with growing up or like going to school and stuff. It wasn't really a big thing. And then these guys were like, hey, do you fancy joining our D&D game on a Sunday? And I was like, what? Yeah. Like,
What?
like that was the fastest yes I think I've ever said in my entire life, and it's been the best decision I've ever made. Like, it's Sundays are the best day of the week. I love them. I love you guys. I love D&D. I love
There you
Not
go.
What a
sponsored.
fun. Yeah.
Rhiannon is literally the cutest person on the planet.
Just so cute. I guess I played it 20 years ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, it would have been like AD
And-
Indian stuff.
Yeah, and I really liked it. I don't even know what edition it was. My friends were doing it, and I turned out I was like, I'm gonna be a fairy. I don't even know.
Cool.
And then it was just like you were because you guys were planning on setting up high rollers, and then you approached me, you poached me. You were like, hey, I heard you want to play some D&D.
Well, it was like, I remember because when we were talking about who we wanted to play, and obviously like we'd done board game nights and we were friends anyway, but also for me, what really struck me and why I kind of approached the people that we did initially for it, like Matt and Katie and you, is because all of you had like you like the narrative side of things. Like, you'd done Flux Buddies, which was a heavily narrative show, and like I knew Matt was into acting and stuff like that, and I knew that you had done a little bit of acting and stuff as well. And that's the kind of people I think get the most out of D&D. Like being able to just let go and play pretend for a little bit and have fun. And yeah, that's why I think we approached you. We wanted you to be part of that. So
I tried to not get you in it.
Yeah,
No,
there
I
we
figured.
go.
But
I did it just to spite you.
oh,
Yeah.
good.
It's also why we got Matt, so we had a better man. Tell me I'm wrong.
He
Look,
is
somebody's
better.
got to bring his ego down, or it will take over the entire stage.
That's the problem, though. Matt is better. He is a better version.
We miss you, buddy. F to pay respect.
He's not
here
dead.
somewhere. He's around here somewhere.
He's here somewhere.
He's working today.
I miss
Yeah.
you, buddy, every day.
Matt's here somewhere.
Every day?
Yeah. My answer is way less interesting because it is just, I played it when I was in school. Me and my friends saved up our lunch money. We bought the 3rd edition starter set. Nobody else wanted to DM, so I DM'd, and then forever was my life cursed. To always be the dungeon master and to play this game forever and always. But I love it. I wouldn't exchange it for anything else. I wouldn't play it with any other people. It's the best thing ever.
Oh, that's nice.
How cute.
That's lovely.
Aww.
I don't think I gave a real answer.
That's fine. We can have more questions.
Okay,
Like,
sure.
yeah.
All right.
Any other questions? Oh, there's
A
loads of
few
people.
more people now. Pick anyone. Anyone.
It's your pick now.
Lady in the front row.
All right, we'll go for this one now.
This is for Mark. Since I'm planning to do my own campaign, what would you advise, other than, of course, learning the rules of being a DM? What would you actually start planning? Would it be like the plot, like the maps, or like characters? Where do you always start? What would you recommend?
So it's different things for different people,
Yeah.
and everybody has a different way of doing it. There's a couple of things I would advise just in general. One is consume more media in general, things like books, TV shows, movies, other D&D shows, just because the more you consume, the more ideas you'll get, and it will influence your own creativity. The other one is what I tend to do, and the advice I always give is start small and then build outwards. Some people will go huge and they'll be like, I've planned a whole continent and a world, like Mark making Erois, where it's 11 continents and 7 sky cities, and oh god, I need to plan all of this now. So I would say start small. Start with like a small location, a village, a valley, or a region. Detail it, fill it with stuff, put your players in it, and then let them explore out and let them develop the world. Like if you have a player who's like, I want to come from a far off continent and it's like this and I've got this cool idea and it's like ruled by dragons and blah, 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 let them do that because A, it's going to save you time, but it's also going to make them feel way more invested in the world. So start small, map out like a small little area, fill it with cool stuff that you know that they're going to enjoy, and then let it naturally build out as you need to. That's the quick and dirty advice on that one. Cool? Nice.
Cool.
And I think there was a chap at the
Towards
back
the
of the
back.
hat. He had his hat up. And
With
I
this amazing High Rollers hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, look at that
Such
hat.
quality,
It's amazing.
such value.
We have a hat.
Stores now.
Yeah, he's wearing a
I
hat.
want one. Where's mine?
All right.
You got to go buy one.
Hi.
Out of all the series, what has been your favourite moment and why?
Favorite moment and why? Wow.
I think Kim's death.
Just straight in there.
It's a serious answer. Lightfall, it's very early on.
Yeah.
We're all very fresh to it, very new.
Very
And it's
new.
the first big upset, which
Yeah.
caused all of us to rethink that, it's not just a linear path. Like, there is danger. There's an element of, can't just bowl into somewhere being a hero and expect to win every time. You're going to fail. And I think that's what really like set it in for us. I'm glad Tom wasn't
Yeah.
there. We would have died first.
It was definitely.
Tito still would have
Yeah,
died
no.
first.
But it was like a big moment, a revelation of
Yeah.
like, this is D&D.
Not just for us, I think for the audience, because a lot of people watch Lightfall having never watched or knowing anything about D&D, and the idea that a main character could just walk in, try and fight something, and get killed.
Out of sheer
and then it was
arrogance.
and it was just like, that's it. And I remember, I have a real strong memory of this, because we took a break, or we finished the session, and Kim came up to me, and you were genuinely crying and upset because you thought you'd ruined it. You said specifically, she was like, Mark, I've ruined it. I've ruined the game. And I had to say, I was like, no, you haven't. Like, it's just a new adventure. It's a new avenue. They can bring you back. It's, it's going to build the story in a new way. And yeah, I think it's a genuinely one of the best moments.
I think you guys would agree, right? That made it kind of elevated it from there on.
It was a turning point, definitely, as a player, because that was still, because it was so early, we weren't even that used to the game yet.
Yeah.
And it was this big thing that happened. So that, it's definitely a highlight.
I think it was just so Juto as well, just the sheer stupidity of it. Like, it was just her being arrogant and stupid and like, I can deal with this, it's fine, I don't need anyone. So I thought it was perfect. Like, yeah. That's when we first saw DM Mark. Oh, really? You think you can go alone?
Split the party.
I think some of my favorite moments, I think in Lightfall, was meeting Reynard's family, I think, is one of my favorite moments. Because that was, when I was meeting the family for the first time as me, I had no idea who they were going to be. And Mark, I just basically said, right, Mark, just give him a family, I don't really care who it is. And the people that he came up with and the stories that they had and who they were and how they acted around Reynard was so perfectly done that it was just like the first moment when I sort of realized, like, holy crap, Mark knows my character better than I do. And there are so many moments throughout Lightfall, throughout Erois, where I always get surprised by like the little moments, the little touches that you add that just make me think like, he does care about my character.
This is why I leave a lot of things to Mark.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really like making characters. I struggle with it because I think, I get stuck playing this person. I have to like them. I have to make it perfect. And something that I started doing, I did it with Alora. I didn't give her much of a background. I said to Mark, just like, she's had a happy childhood. She's not got this tragic backstory. Just do whatever. And did he go to town with that.
Yep.
But I think it's just something that's really fun, is to give the DM that chance to surprise you in the game. And obviously he always keeps it very relevant to the character, but it's still just such a nice moment when that happens.
Yeah. I mean, there was an episode recently in Erois where, I guess it's kind of spoilery, but where Quill got a special new item, I suppose, and the way that it was handled and every single part of the way it was given to him and what it does and how it does it and all of those things was just like, how did you even come up with that? Like, it boggles my mind. I came out of that session, I was like, man, Mark's a genius and I hate it.
That's the thing, though, is it's stuff like that is really just a mixture of luck in a certain sense of I'll say something in an earlier session that I'll just say off the cuff, and then later on I can work that into something that makes it look like I've planned it all along.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, all right.
But the one thing I wanted to say is because you kind of gave me like a blank slate. Trot with Lucius kind of did a similar thing of like, here's the family and I've got some backstory and some stuff, but I also want you to kind of do what you wish with it.
Oh, and you did.
And I did.
Cheers for that.
We'll get to that later.
Wow.
And things like that. But then I've also had it where like Rhiannon and Kim gave me way more detail, which I love both things. Like, I like being able to like come up with stuff for you and tie in like things where like I've just made you a family. But then I also like it like Kim's backstory on Nova and her details of Vort and Sar is insane. Like, it's so much good detail.
I didn't think I did.
You
that
made a
much
whole
for Nova.
city.
Oh, you said that's because right at the beginning you said if you want to create a city, you can, and I have nothing better to do, so I created a whole city.
But I love that because it's now there's so much there for me to use later on.
Against
but
you.
It's nice to have
Burn it
both
down.
things, is what I mean. Like, it's nice to kind of have both of those things.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments, and I wanted to jump in because it relates to Tom and Trot specifically, is still from the miniseries we did, Dead Reckoning.
Right.
And it was Tarin and Tholshank and the resolution of that miniseries.
Tholshank. I had to correct you so many times.
Tholshank.
That was incredible.
It was just a really cool example of just player plans spiraling well out of control of what I ever imagined.
Yeah.
And me just being delighted going, they're killing each other. Yay!
Yeah, I think
it was one of my favorites.
Towards the end of that miniseries, I feel like you just basically took a back step.
I really did.
Right,
like that
there
was
you go.
That was a
Carry
really
on.
strong example of me just kind of going like, okay, you guys are choosing to do stuff. I'm hands off now. Like,
yeah. And it was a very, very cool moment. Not because you weren't working on it, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, I love that too.
I want to, Rhiannon. What about you? Because you're obviously our Babby member. Babby.
I think in Erois, the fight with the Guardian in Dwalenden was one of my favorites for me as a player, because I think that was one of the first moments that RP sort of clicked for me, and I was like, hell yeah, this is what this is all about. This is great. Like a massive fight, cool RP moments and stuff, and it was like, oh, it's awesome.
And the Echo thing as well.
The Echo thing as well was incredible.
Yeah,
so good. Like the Find the Prime moment as well, like all that stuff.
That was the
it's
first
so
moment.
cool.
Yeah. I guess that was your
amazing.
first experience of just being surprised by Mark.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. It's really cool. And then episode 26, just
episode 26.
No other words needed. Just
like
episode 26.
Yeah, it's the Purge.
The bad one.
They've all been pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was the one before we zapped halfway across the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah, like I think we all talk about that a lot. Frequently.
Yeah, haunts my dreams.
Yeah.
What? Me? So I would probably have to say, actually, recently, I really enjoyed our last episode of Descent. Because I thought it was like a high-level combat. We're all level 16, well, 15 during that fight. And it was like, what, 5 dragons? And a big turtle necromancer? And a whole army of skeletons? And I think all of us just sat there and went, what? You just get 5 dragons now? Okay. But I think like we actually finally remembered that we're level 15, not level 6. And we used to like, oh yeah, we got all these cool things we can do. And I think like as a team, we nailed it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
We smashed it. Like it was amazing.
I mean, we won.
Great.
Like that was cool.
That was
like
awesome.
that was such a cool fight. But yeah, there you go. Any more questions? What? Where's the mic person? There he is. Let's go. Oh, I don't know. There's too many people.
Somewhere.
You down there. Down there.
This is more of a Mark question than anyone. I'm not sure if it's spoilers as well. But if Nightfrost hadn't been killed when he was, what would have happened?
Spoilers.
I knew you were going to ask this. I knew it.
I had to.
You did, yeah.
Okay.
This is one of my players from the VIP game today as well, by the way. It's an interesting one because I think... Bloody hell.
Nightfrost!
He's back from the dead. No, so here's one thing is I think a lot of people think that I have like crazy detailed plans for everything, and I really don't. Like, Nightfrost was an item or an Eterna that I had some ideas about and I had a personality for, and I had some vague, ideas of kind of a redemption arc or a falling into kind of like, becoming corrupted and how long would the party keep him around if he kept kind of having problems. But really, that was it. And I didn't really have any more detailed plans because sometimes for me, the best thing to do is be like, yo, here's a cool thing with some consequences and drawbacks. See what they do. And Crown Rend was another example of that, where I just put in a cool item. I didn't have any crazy plans for it. I just put him in, and then it developed into a bigger thing because of Juto's actions.
And it turns out it could have gone real bad.
It could have gone real bad. And I think the same thing would have happened with Nightfrost, where it would have very depended on how Lucius had reacted and dealt with him. And I think that if we had followed things as they have happened, if Nightfrost had gone to Gusthaven when Lucius found out about what's happened there with his family, I think that would have been very interesting. But it would have had to have been a see what happens in the moment kind of deal. Because, I don't necessarily plan everything that far ahead, unfortunately. So, bit of a letdown answer, I feel. But
magic is
truth.
ruined.
In short, players shouldn't have screwed it up. Yeah. Any more questions? Where are we going to go this time? Let's go on this side of the room. We haven't been on this side of the room. Sorry, just making you work here.
Can you all hear us okay?
Let's go.
Well.
Yeah?
Okay, good.
This lady here in the front.
Hi.
Do you ever have any moments where you feel like you've kind of fallen out of character and just start acting not as the character, but as how you would?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what I do.
Where does Trot end and Lucius begin?
I know, when I do the voice, I guess. But yeah, that's why I do the characters I do, because they are just
silly
versions of me that get pushed in different ways. So Lucius is very much more the flamboyant, elegant, but also dim-witted style of me, and Cam is the boisterous, egotistical, arrogant, and dim-witted version of me. So
what about Taryn? That was quite a departure for you.
Yeah,
Taryn was a departure, yeah. That was more like, I don't know.
Did you enjoy it, being like mean and horrible and no sense of humor?
It was really hard not to crack jokes all the time.
Yeah?
Really hard. So I think I broke character with Taryn the most when I did do jokes. But yeah, it happens all the time.
I think, like you say, Elora and Ayla are very much kind of very exaggerated parts, very, very exaggerated parts of me. I find it, going from playing Elora, it's quite funny at the moment, on a Sunday when we do, because we're jumping straight into the descent, it goes from playing Ayla, who's really sassy and really doesn't care about anyone, and then I have to go back to Elora, who is very caring and very sweet, and that has been really difficult to do. I think if it was flipped the other way, if we did the descent before we did Erois on a Sunday, it would be very different, but I find myself recently especially not, like, because I'm so used to Ayla, it's hard getting back to being nice after that, so I'm struggling a bit with that jump. It's like, I think Nightjar mentioned on Twitter, you must be getting whiplash from jumping between these two personalities like within 5 minutes, and yeah, that's definitely the case.
Is Nightjar here?
I don't know if
she's hiding though. She's
Yeah.
hiding.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
She's here somewhere.
What about you guys?
I think I know when Tom breaks.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so. Quill's lawful good, or maybe not lawful good, maybe neutral good. He's just good.
He's a good boy.
He's a good person.
Nice.
He wouldn't shoot a goblin in the face,
No?
Yep.
He wouldn't.
but he might. I think there's sometimes it's difficult because, like Trot was saying, like the characters are just extensions of me in different areas. Like the Reynard is the cocky, wanky prick, and I'm a bit of a cocky, wanky prick. Quill is very meek and mild, and probably most like me of all the characters I've played. I'm not great in like social situations anyway. So like, if you're putting a person that I'm not actually that person in a situation where he has to be confident and all these things, I find it sometimes difficult to get that, which is why I'm enjoying playing Smeek so much.
Freudian slip. That's
He's
the
in
secret.
your brain now.
He's here, I feel him. Why I enjoy playing Quill so much. Next question.
I think it's actually very common because me and Trot see it at LARP as well, where almost everybody plays an exaggeration of themselves. Like, I think it's very, very hard to play a character that is completely different to you. Like, as a DM where I'm having to play NPCs, that's really hard to be a completely different person. So it's always an exaggeration of personality.
I think a good example of that is when I played Worthless in Dead Reckoning.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I'm not happy with what I did. I had this really strong idea for her, and I really fluffed it up. I was really unhappy with the campaign. I was really, not the campaign, but my part in it.
Yeah.
I think I fluffed up Worthless really badly.
Well, trying to play like insanity and madness
an
is
older
hard.
woman who has a daughter who's insane. Like, I went...
There was nothing you could relate to.
Yeah, it was really bad. So I think, I messed that up real bad.
What about you, Ree?
For me, like on and off. I can have like good days and bad days. I guess because A, I'm still fairly new to it, and B, I'm typically quite an anxious person anyway. Just in everyday situations. So I have moments where I'll be sort of jumping out of myself and being like, okay, am I doing this right? Is this right? Okay, I'll do this next and going to do that. And now I'm back in the room.
Yeah.
So like there's all that like sort of going on in my head. So I'm getting better. I think I've gotten better, but it's just learning to sort of let go and be like, okay, like, everything's fine. There's no right or wrong way to do something. This is D&D. We're all chill. Like,
we're all friends.
Yeah, exactly. So just learning to let go, I think, is what I'm getting better at, yeah.
Next question?
So I think we've probably got time for one more.
One more?
Yeah?
Oh, wow.
It's been 45 minutes already.
Wow.
I think that this lady in the pink's had her hand up for a while.
Yeah.
Let's speed run it. This is now a speed run Q&A.
Smeek run?
I can say that.
Hi. So, out of all the series you played with the Erois and Lightfall and the miniseries, which do you think has been or is your favourite character you played?
Oh, favourite characters.
Boomer. Definitely Boomer. My wonderful little scorched on fire murder goblin. Love him. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I would have said Ayla.
Yeah.
No, I would have said Alora, but I really, really love playing Ayla right now. I find it so much fun, and it's quite therapeutic to just be an angry little barbarian. And so, yeah, I'm really loving Ayla at the moment.
Yeah, I think for as short a time as the miniseries characters are around, I think they do, because we're allowed to do some crazy things with them. Like Bertie was super dumb.
It's not like you're allowed. You guys just do it.
No. I mean, it's just like
I think we're a bit more relaxed with it.
they're a lot more relaxed with it, so we
yeah.
can just make some dumb decisions. And if they die,
Meh.
or if we do something stupid with them,
Mamba.
So I do like playing. I think Tolshank is one of my favorites because I got to smack some knees.
Aww.
It was
I'm
great.
noticing a theme.
Huh?
I'm noticing a theme, which is I like the character where I didn't care about the consequences and kill stuff.
No, I mean, I liked what I did with Tolshank. Quill is an unfinished story. And once I read the conclusion and that he died next episode.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Okay. Trot Rhiannon.
Oh, it's so difficult. They're all so good.
I love all my characters. They're just
They're
so
all
cool.
great. They're like, mm.
I like ones that are a challenge. So Taran was a challenge for me to be really like emo and angry. Although Aquamamba was pretty good. He was pretty fun.
That was one of my faves.
That was very funny.
Damn it. God damn Aquamamba.
That was the series of really bad accents, wasn't it?
That was that was a mess. And it ended in a mess on my behalf.
was brilliant.
I think we should probably say sorry for that.
Yeah, it was. I'm definitely sorry. I just was like, I was done. Like, I still get comments about like, Mark didn't handle that final encounter very well, and my response is, Mark wanted the series to be done by that. Mark was tired of their shit.
Yeah, I think it was like episode 4 when we finally realized you just swapped things. It was like, yeah, no, this is bullshit. I'm going to make it bullshit for you as well.
Yeah.
Here's Zim Zim Zambalan.
Oh, Zim Zim Zambalan.
Yep.
The best.
What about your characters?
Best Strout is one of my big faves. He only,
Yes.
he only
in the one shot. Yeah.
only existed for 2 episodes, but I think of him very longingly and lovingly often. He is great. And Araya was really, really fun. Like, I liked Araya a lot. She was really cool.
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah.
Mark, what about your favourite NPC?
Yeah.
Favorite NPC
Here we go.
in High Rollers?
Girly.
Ooh.
Oh,
Who could it be?
Girly?
No. Definitely not that.
Yeah.
In a serious answer, Adric from Lightfall. Like, that was, he was cool to play. And delivering that speech in the final episode is still...
Oh, that was amazing.
Gets me right here. But yeah, in terms of NPCs in D&D and like in Erois and Lightfall, I think like Adric's definitely at the top. I do enjoy the fun of annoying Thomas Meek, obviously.
I know. I know you do.
But in terms of like, I mean, I've been playing D&D for a long time. In terms of characters, because I obviously don't get to play that much myself, even though I've done like Father Owner and I've done a few other ones, like obviously Kaliana in Critical Role is still an absolute like super important part of me. Like she represents a lot of stuff that I don't normally get to be, and so that's really important to me. So that's really been really nice, and seeing all like the reception to her has been amazing. But yeah, I'd like to do more playing characters, I think. But NPCs, Adric, what a legend.
Yeah, what a champ.
And my villains. I love playing my villains.
Villains are great.
Like
Stupid, sexy Starbane.
Starbane's great, but also like I look back and like Karen Blackhurth and just being like a nasty, horrible man who is just there was nothing redeeming about him. He was just horrible and just obsessed in a creepy way.
Yeah.
That was really fun to do. But whereas like playing Felania was great because it was a villainess who I actually had a lot of sympathy for. Like I knew her more tragic story, so playing out this madness was like really fun to do. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I reckon we could probably squeeze one more question in.
One more question.
One more question. No, my questions are really boring.
There's a couple of hands.
Only the best question.
It's got to be the best.
Who's got the best question?
Best. Man of the bet and the
I mean, there's a lot of vouching for that one.
I apologise those at the front, but people were like...
Hi guys.
Whoa.
Snog. Oh, sorry, slightly too close. Snog, marry or kill.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this is a good question.
Meek.
Hey.
Callus Starbane.
Okay.
And lovely Arvel.
Oh, this is tough.
Snog, marry, kill. One of those lovely NPCs.
I mean, I've got my answer. I want to kill Sneak. I mean, it's obviously stupid, sexy Starbane. I'm going to town on that guy. And Arvel's so sweet and so lovely, and he's got a business.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm a gold digger, but I won't marry into that.
Wow.
That is literally my answer.
So that's my answer.
That was actually my answer as well.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but I don't want to kill Smeek. I never would. No. Ayla might.
Well, you can marry him.
So who would you kill then? If Smeek was out of the picture?
I don't know.
If you just give him a little peck on the cheek, like a...
I don't know, because stupid, sexy Starbane, you know? But I don't want to kill Arvel either. I don't want to kill any of them.
Channel Ayla. What would Ayla do?
I should probably kill Smeek.
Yeah.
Because he'd probably get really annoying. But
Yeah.
Katie likes Smeek. So,
I want to do all the wrong things.
Go on.
Yeah.
I want to kill Arvel
Woo!
because he's boring, all right? I'd snog Starbane because that would be a nice one-off.
Yeah.
And I'd marry Smeek.
Yeah. Just like put him to work.
That's a lifelong
slave.
commitment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He'd worship me. It'd be amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Ree, anything different?
I think for Sentry would marry Smeek just to keep him safe.
Aww.
She'd be like, protect boy.
You don't
Yeah.
have to marry
with
him
me.
for that.
I would. Sentry would.
Okay.
And
Yep.
then I think she would kill Starbane because that would
Enemy.
be an epic fight.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
great fun. And then Snog Arvel, because who wouldn't?
Sexy Texan cowboy dwarf.
Sexy cowboy dwarf man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Texan.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm going to change mine slightly.
Yeah.
It's kill Smeek still.
Good.
Because, I mean, yeah, kill Smeek, 100%.
Yeah.
Snog Arvel. You know, he's
Yeah,
probably a
who
good
wouldn't?
kisser. He's a handsome
Bit of a
dwarf.
tickler as well.
Marry Starbane, ruler of an galactic empire of ultimate power.
But he's a
being
bit...
his right-hand man, woman, whatever, you know, that'd be amazing.
Would you be on board with his plans, though?
Well, I know his plans.
Oh, dang. Oh, dang.
All right.
There.
And I think with that is our
That is enough
Q&A
time.
over,
But
pretty much.
If you have any more questions, we have got signings. I've got a live show tomorrow. I guess you won't be able to ask questions during that, but
Got our
whatever.
Twitter as well, if you want to tweet some questions as well.
So yeah, come and see us at the signings. Come see our live show tomorrow. There is something special before the live show, which we did
yes.
a couple of weeks ago that we're very, very
Oh, we
proud
have a
of.
very
It's
special
very
video
cool.
for you all tomorrow.
And thank you all for coming out to see us.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
guys.
That was very loud.
Yeah, we'll be doing signings in 15 minutes. Signings in 15 minutes.
See you in a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, God, run.